So, there's a new mission in the game, and I realized that I have some unfinished business. I actually recorded the Fujiwhara effect a bunch of times. But in the end, the only version that I really uploaded was the version that I did with Flare Spire and Mikey. So, in the interests of completions, for completion's sake, let's go ahead and do the Fujiwhara effect.
I'm afraid I have bad news. Under the command of Emperor Crusher, the Other is approaching the Sol system, digitizing any vessels that dare to offer them challenge. We're calling in all available ships to form a defense here, including yours. If this is to be our last stand, I want our best and brightest on the line to meet the enemy in battle.
And for this, you get a special equipment pack full of digitizer weapons. Don't make your Romulan happy. Leave the ship interior. Let's walk in the middle of the bridge. So, basically, we have a V'ger bearing down on Earth. This is usually cause to find religion. Now, we got an awful lot of, this room is a veritable who's who. So, we have these two idiots who now have hair. Yeah, I hate these two with the burning passion of 1,000 suns. There's House Peg, the useless people, who didn't get their job right and got the Emperor killed. But these two, I just, not even. They are not even. Those two are not even in the setting that I'm running, to be honest. Like, my version of the Klingon Civil War is a complete rewrite of the Klingon Civil War. Currently, the two in charge of the Empire are Chancellor Cirella and Emperor Martok. Which I think is as it should be. If Martok never wanted to be Chancellor in the first place. And Cirella was the one who, from day one, when the game launched, was the one organizing the underground resistance against Jem'Hadar. So that is, in my opinion, how it should have shaken out. Instead of introducing a couple characters at the very last minute because they happen to have a TV show running. Speaking of which, of the House of Martok, well, the House of Moog now, there's Worf, and there's Kern. And there's Martok, standing way over there. I don't know why Worf is standing over here next to these two idiots, when his peeps are standing over here. Martok, Lita, Nog, yeah, Quark, or Rom right there, not Quark. I thought Quark was in here somewhere. I guess not. You got Dr. Bashir here. The genuine article, not an image. Although, for some reason, Captain Ezri is not around. He's supposed to be on the Aventine, serving with her. This guy's let himself go a little bit since the Remans finally found peace with the Romulans. We got Datan and Obasek. Obasek, listen, you are the closest this game has to Jakar for Babylon 5, and I miss you, buddy. I miss you like crazy. We have Seven, who is looking very out of uniform, but then again, this is another reality. This is not the Prime timeline. We have a very, very Sayla-looking Romulan commander. Not Sayla, but very Sayla. We've got a Gorn. Be careful, because they will lay their eggs in you, apparently. Yeah. Strange. if you didn't know already, Strange New Worlds is kind of on my shit list for a lot of reasons.
Good morning. I realize the risk you've all taken in being here to stand at our side in this dark hour. On behalf of Starfleet and the Federation, thank you.
Continue.
The interstellar entity known as the Other is approaching this system as we speak. Conventional methods of engagement have proven futile against the entity, but we have been able to limit the raiding conducted by the Terran fleets accompanying. Under the guidance of the Terran Emperor, the Other will erase Earth from existence in a matter of hours. Once that happens, they will continue their reign of terror, eliminating the core worlds of every Alliance faction, and anyone else brave enough to stand against them. The time to act, to make a stand, is now. I realize the odds are against us here. We're facing an enemy with a power level unheard of. But there is still hope. We have a plan.
A plan, Admiral? How do you intend to defeat a being of godlike power?
We have established contact with someone who knows the Emperor well. We believe they hold the key to victory in this conflict. We're ready. Energize.
Hey, Jordy.
Admiral Quinn is correct. I know the Emperor very well. After all, I am his mother. There have been concerns about my son in the Empire for some time. It was decided that a contingency plan was required. In case he ever lost control. That time has come. For years, I've been working on a means to disrupt his great powers. We need to strike before he is fully merged with that thing. Before he loses the last elements of his humanity. Before he is no longer my son.
Woman, what the hell is it with your progeny endangering the cosmos? Seriously. You've had 2 kids on screen, and they both turned into, like, destroyers of worlds. So, real quick, let's have a look around. We got, Jirok, always great to see you. Burgess, we got him right here. DeSoto, this has come a long way since, setting me off in a runabout. Because the galaxy was too conspicuous, and then sending the galaxy to retrieve the runabout. I'm not salty, DeSoto. Not at all. We got, hello, I'm rubber banding like crazy. We got Captain LaForge, who is captain of the Challenger in this timeline, as opposed to being captain of a museum, which I think is a step down. We got Vakel Shan. We got this woman right here, who has shut down. She is screaming internally. This cheerful demeanor is but a facade. And if she isn't, she should be. We got the Voyager crew here. A few of them, at least. 7 of 9's up there. Why the hell is 7 of 9 up there and not over here? And by the way, why the hell ain't you in uniform? I have heard that Garrett Wang is doing some VO. I have a feeling we're going to see the All Good Things timeline. And it's like, this is going to be like a multiverse spanning timeline. I think that this is where they're going to finally, officially establish Stowe as a different timeline from what's on TV. And if Garrett Wang has done, is it Wang? Garrett Wang? I think it's Garrett Wang. Has done VO. I think it's going to be the All Good Things Endgame timeline that we're going to see. It's going to be one of those universes. So I think we're going to get like cast member. I don't think we're going to be running into like endless copies of ourselves, which would be cool. but I think we're going to be seeing like a cast member per universe, basically. And then we got you two. So you are a hologram and could easily wear whatever you like, and both of you are out of uniform. Alright? It's the end of the world. At least come dressed, at least be dressing your best for the end of the world. Go to the quartermaster's office, requisition a uniform. I like Stamets a lot more than I like Burnham. Or I should let me amend that. I liked Stamets in season 1 a lot more than I've ever liked Burnham, because I think Stamets was at his best when he was just at this complete asshole. Right? I think he was at his best as a character when he was just this kind of snobby dick, right? Like, I like jerk Stamets better than I've ever liked feely, like in touch with his feelings Stamets. Curland here. Okay, we got Kumarke, who is back in the new storyline. We have Van Zyl, who is looking good after having a bug inside of her head. Got Rena Kev. I found her! Hey, Tovin! I found your sister. She's right here. That whole story arc, my god. We have Delva. Where's Iran? I miss Iran. I don't miss Iran. But it would irritate him to no end for me to say that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This Jem'Hadar is very nervous about this Starfleet officer pacing behind him. He wishes that she would stop, but she's not going to. You're in my space bubble, ma'am. Excuse me a little bit.
You look like a person with something on their mind. What can I do for you?
Let's start with your role in the upcoming operation.
Operation? Interesting choice of words. As a surgeon, I'd say that what we're about to do is very much like an operation on a very specific patient. Only in this case, if we're successful, we'll be saving our lives.
The patient here being your son, the Terran Emperor.
That's right. I've developed a countermeasure to his abilities. It utilizes a variable phase shift delivery system, one that should evade any detection tech or personal defenses he might have in place.
And then?
I'll deploy a cluster of nanotech into his nervous system. It's based on tech provided by our Marshal Janeway. I understand she acquired it from a rather advanced group of cyborgs in the Delta Quadrant. Based on my research, it'll disrupt the parts of Wesley's brain that allow him to use his powers. He'll be human again, and vulnerable to attack. But? The countermeasure must be deployed at short range.
Of course.
We'll need to get to him at the core of the other to pull this off. Unfortunately, they have fortified their defense systems. Until we can safely breach those defenses and reach the core, this conversation is moot.
We're working on that.
You'd better work fast. My son might be taking his time getting here, but he won't take forever. If you don't have something by the time he arrives, well, I'm told the digitization process is quick and painless. A rather humane method of execution, all things considered.
Sure didn't look quick and painless for Ilea. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Alright. Corin, I'm gonna say your plans begin and end with homicide.
The Federation stood with the Empire over Kronos when the Undine sent their planet killer to destroy the homeworld. We fought at their side against the Iconians, and we will fight at their side against the other and the Terrans. It will be a glorious battle. Today is a good day to die.
Glory to you and to your house. I remember there was somebody who was simping hard for Corin when she first debuted as a character. I don't know how long that lasted. Because it wasn't very long until it became apparent that she only had one mode, and that was psychotic rage.
The Federation has stood with the Romulan people many times. When the homeworld was lost, they were there to help. When we found a new home, they were there as well. New Romulus has not forgotten. Today, we stand ready to honor our alliance and defend the Earth from this new menace.
May the elements guide you, Commander. Let's go talk to Loris. You know, I just noticed that the leaders of, like, the other three factions are all chicks. Huh. This woman's stare is burrowing into my face. I don't know. It's so she's legitimately unnerving, just standing there. So if Sean is like ever like negotiating with like the captains of the flagships and like some diplomatic meet, it's just him and the diplomacy harem apparently. Well, all four of them might be chicks actually. After no, Kagrin, that's right. So it's Sean and Kagrin. Although it might actually be Kagrin and a room full of chicks soon. Because I have a suspicion that Sean is going to bite it in this story, this Tholian multiverse storyline that's starting. I have a strong suspicion that this is going to be Sean's last act. And that trailer they released with Sean giving the Enterprise, these are the voyages speech did not do anything to help that suspicion. Like it didn't do anything to assuage my fears at all. I'm concerned for our blue boy.
In our time of utmost need, the Federation came to the Dominion's aid against the Herc. The Founders will never forget this brave act. Today, in the spirit of that act, we stand ready to defend the Federation's capital world. Today, the credo of the Jem'Hadar is especially profound. For today, victory is life for us all. Agreed.
Loris, Jarrett, Kagrin, Sean, literally everybody else is better than you are, Corin. Better written characters.
I've been in a lot of battles in my time. Far more than I'd like, if I'm honest. I prefer the role of explorer over that of a warrior.
Unless the border concern.
But when it comes down to the survival of the Federation, I'll take up that mantle without hesitation. The crew of the Enterprise will fight to their final breath to save as many lives as possible today. Count on it.
Good luck out there.
Well then, we've heard all the speeches, now it's time to get to work. Are you ready to begin the operation?
Let's go.
Long-range sensors have picked up the other at the edge of the system. They're on a direct course to Jupiter. Jupiter Station has a unique holographic defense system in place, but it'll only last so long against the other and their Terran escorts. I'd like you to deliver a system upgrade module to the station to aid with their defense.
Very well.
The Lisette will be leading a task force at Mars. Evacuation has already begun, but they'll need all the time you can buy them at Jupiter. Enterprise will be here, on standby, in case of emergency. Once the evacuations are complete at Jupiter and Mars, you're to fall back to Earth and join the remaining defense fleets.
Understood. We'll depart for Jupiter shortly.
All hands go to red alert. Repeat, all hands, red alert.
Corin to fleet. Prepare for battle. Kapla! This is Dirac. It's time. Best speed to Mars.
Good luck out there. The other isn't alone. They're bringing a large Terran invasion force along for the ride. I expect they'll do their best to loot and pillage in the wake of the other's destruction. Do what you can to stop that. But remember, saving lives comes first. Get as many people out of Jupiter as you can.
We will.
I don't doubt it. Better get moving. Captain Corin can be a little rough when people are late to a battle.
Head to Jupiter.
evacuation efforts will commence. Defend the station and the evac ships when that happens.
Very well. Fight with honor.
Power energy field detected. They're here.
How did you not see that coming? It's literally bigger than the solar system.
Terran ships warping in near Projector Station Alpha.
Oh, are they? On it.
Briefings are one thing, but to see the power of the other firsthand is disturbing. In moments, we lost the Borderskew, Jupiter Station, even Jupiter itself.
Indeed.
The Terran in me hates to run from a fight, but we don't have a chance against that monster. We need to fall back to Mars.
So, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that the first time, I was cackling like a madman. I was like, yes! It's like, are we legit? I had a feeling that it wasn't gonna stick, but I was like, are we legit just gonna start killing off characters? Because that's great. Awesome. Although, Jupiter is gone, which is game. That's it. That's game. Solar system's done without Jupiter. So, we have already lost at this point. Bear that in mind. Especially in light of that whole simulation that Kagran put together. We have already lost. It's already over. Jupiter, like, the Sol system's done. It's screwed. It's all, like, all we're doing right now is buying time to get as many people away as we possibly can. Earth is done.
The battle at Jupiter Station barely slowed the invaders down. The other could attack here at any moment.
We'll do what we can to help.
Join us in transporting civilians from Mars and delivering them to the evacuation fleet in orbit. We'll conduct evac operations as long as we're able, and protect the transports from Terran attack.
Understood.
Take the refugees to the transport station. They'll carry them.
We're gonna fill up first. Alright. Let's go drop the kids off. Alright, and let's crew the Seneca so we can get our dilithium mine going.
More Terran ships inbound. Keep picking up those refugees.
I don't see an infinite moon anywhere. Maybe that one. Maybe if we got close to Phobos or Deimos, it would turn out to be an infinite dilithium moon. If we had an infinite moon, maybe we could build enough to slow down V'ger before we all die. Maybe. Okay, I was wondering if that was aimed at me. Like, you what? It's a nebula. No. no. I like the Olympic. I don't know why they keep using the weird one. The weird Stowe original one.
You didn't think I'd miss this party, did you?
I'm back! And look, I brought Terrans that don't want to shoot you. Well, today anyway.
This battle.
Remember, we're not fighting to win. We're fighting not to lose.
Our station here. No transport remain. Get to Earth.
There we are. It disappointed me that we did not get any Galaxy Dreadnoughts in Picard Season 3.
Maximum power to shield. Now!
Twang.
And just like that, Mars has fallen. Destruction and battle. A fitting end for a world named after a god of war.
We did all we could here. At least the Lisette went out fighting.
The Lisette went out fighting. It'd be suicide if we did the same. It's time to retreat to Earth while you're still able.
Fall back to Earth.
This might be our last stand. The science teams are still working on a way to reach the core of the other, but none of their efforts have been successful. We've transported as many as we can to safety, but at this point, a full evacuation is impossible.
We'll buy the evac teams as much time as we can, Captain.
Glad to hear it. Every minute means more lives saved. Before you go, there's something I'd like to say. We're with you to the end. If we don't make it out of this, well, it's been an honor.
The honor was mine, Captain. Good luck.
Enterprise to fleet. Defend Earth at all costs. Buy as much time for evacuation as you can. Sean out.
Here we go, people! Once more, onto the breach!
Yeah, okay. That's probably the Khonshu.
Shields at maximum. All hands, brace for impact.
It will not be enough, Admiral.
Today is a good day to die.
Perhaps not, Chancellor.
Tactical, report. What just happened? Sir, there's another one. It's Feature.
We came as soon as possible. Vija will engage the other in battle, allowing you to focus on the Terran fleet.
We need the means to bypass the other's defense fields, Elia.
Understood. I will begin work on that at once. Protect your allies from the Terrans while I do.
Work fast. Time is not on our side.
Feature? Well, the game's afoot, eh? So... I'm glad you're making this interesting. I was starting to get bored.
We will engage the other and defend the Earth from their attack.
More Terrans inbound. We'll handle it. Continue your assault.
Acknowledge, Khonshu. Give him hell.
Stand and fight. There is no alternative.
Down here, keep it up!
Challenger? Yep.
Vija is keeping the other engaged in battle. With my aid, you will now be able to breach their defenses and enter the interior of the other.
At last.
We need to move quickly. The sooner we make it to Wes and deploy the countermeasure, the better. Every minute we delay gives that mind of his time to figure out what we're up to and how to stop us. So, are you ready?